her research to the next level. Find out how she changed herself in order to fit into a certain community.
You may see it every day and not know what goes on inside this little White House. We'll tell you about how it affects the community and the state.
If you need a new recipe for your cookbook, look no further. We have a recipe that you can do in under 10 minutes.
ELN Morning starts right now.
Welcome to ELN Morning. I'm Ashley McGetrick.
And I'm Paige Pauroso, and we have a great show for you this morning. Now, if you're feeling a little sunburnt lately, we have some tips to help smooth your skin.
That's right. And if you don't know, today is NFL Draft Day, and we have more on football's biggest day, and we'll introduce you to a fun new game involving these guys later in the show.
But let's check out what's going on around the globe with our Katie Kaler. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, Paige. Starting off in Nigeria this morning, Nigerian troops rescued 160 more women and children. The rescue comes just 2 days after the Nigerian military tweeted that it had freed nearly 300 women and girls from Boko Haram camps in the Sambisa forest. According to the Nigerian army, a Nigerian soldier and female hostage were killed in the raid. Numbers from this morning's rescue are still being confirmed, and the Nigerian army spokesman Sani Usman confirmed that those rescued on Tuesday were not the 200 Chibok girls taken from their school last April. It is not confirmed whether those rescued this morning were the Chibok girls. The abduction of the Chibok girls is what sparked the hashtag #BringBackOurGirls campaign. Back in the United States, unrest in Baltimore over the death of African-American Freddie Gray while in police custody continues to make headlines and history. Baltimore officials are still deciding whether to prosecute the 6 officers involved in the arrest of Gray. Findings from the investigation are expected to be turned over to the state's attorney's office tomorrow. Last night, protests in other cities, including New York City, were spread to other cities, including New York City, where 24 people were arrested. And yesterday, the Baltimore Orioles beat the Chicago White Sox in the first MLB game ever played without fans. And in Colorado, the trial of James Holmes, the accused gunman in the Aurora movie theater shootings in 2012, began this week. Holmes is standing trial for 165 counts, including capital murder. He is accused of killing 12 and injuring 70. Holmes has pled not guilty by reason of insanity. Ladies, back to you.
Thanks, Katie. Now that you know what is happening across the globe today, let's take a look back this day in history with this Throwback Thursday. On this day in 1789, George Washington was inaugurated as the first president of the United States.
That's right. And in 1904, the ice cream cone made its debut.
In 1952, Mr. Potato Head, a beloved favorite, became the first toy advertised on television.
And in 1982, actress Kirsten Dunst was born, who then starred in movies like Jumanji, Spider-Man, and of course, Bring It On.
And lastly, this day in 1992 was the final episode of The Cosby Show that aired on NBC TV.
Speakers for some of the 2015-2016 cultural events were announced yesterday. If you missed the announcement, Pulitzer Prize winning columnist for the Miami Herald, Leonard Pitts Jr., will be speaking in McCrary Theater on the evening of Thursday, September 24th as part of the Bard Pulitzer Prize lecture series. Grammy and Emmy award-winning Isaac Perlman, a classical musician, is set to give Elon's annual fall convocation on October 6th. Walter Isaacson, the CEO of Aspen Institute, will give the annual spring convocation address to Elon. Aspen Institute is a nonpartisan educational and policy studies institute in Washington, D.C. He is the former chairman, CEO of CNN, and editor of Time magazine. Tickets for all the fall events will be available from the box office beginning in September.
Good morning, Paige and Ashley. Unfortunately, it's still a little chilly outside, but luckily we are going to see some warmer temperatures later on this week. Right now it's about the 60s, but later on today we should get up into the 70s. There are partly cloudy skies right now, and there might be a chance of showers in the afternoon, so I would hold up on that beach weather. But later on this week we should see some nice sunny weather. Taking a look at your Phoenix 5-day forecast, unfortunately tomorrow it's still going to be a little rainy. Temperatures are kind of low, the 60s, and the lows are in the 40s. On Saturday, the sun will be out in full force with highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. Sunday, still nice sunny weather. Temperatures in the 70s and lows in the 50s. On Monday, it should get up into the 80s with temperatures in the lows in the 50s. On Tuesday, it's still going to be the 80s, still sunny, and the lows are going to be in the 50s. Now, I know that it's crunch time and finals are coming up, but I hope everyone gets a chance to go outside and enjoy the nice weather this week. Ashley, back to you.
Thank you, Michelle. I know I am so excited for that sun, but before you get too excited, make sure that you get prepared. That sun also brings the sunburn. If you're now paying the price for that beach weekend with a sweet sunburn, have no fear, your sunburn DIY is right here and probably right in your kitchen cabinet. This is all stuff you probably have at home already. First one, really simple. You might have heard about it before, but just a simple milk compress. You're just gonna soak a towel in milk and put it on the spots that are burned. Easy as that. The next one is a little more unusual. You're gonna put ground oats into a tube sock. Then what you're gonna do is tie it all up at the top and put it in your bath and take a nice little oatmeal infused bath. And lastly, yogurt. You can actually use it almost like you would lotion. I wouldn't suggest going out with it, but apply it to the spots that are burned and you're gonna find an instant cooling effect. So I love a good DIY, but I actually hope you don't have to use these ones because that would mean you didn't get sunburned. So just use the sunblock, guys. Paige?
Now, if you are in need of a study buddy, don't worry. Our Sarah Russell is in the studio to help you out with our app of the week. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. The app I have this week is a great way to help you cram for your finals. You may have heard of the study website Quizlet. Quizlet is a place where you can make note cards and study the information you put in. You can create folders for all your classes as well as search for the note cards made by other students. Well, they also have their website in an app form. On the app, you can study your flashcards in many ways, and there's even a way you can have your flashcards be read aloud to you. Let's see if this is working right now. Oh, well, that's okay. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So here you can see the note cards. I like this app because the note cards are easy to read. You can flip them, read them really fast. It's really great. All you have to do is reach in your pocket and have them. Helping you get a better grade, I'm Sarah Russell. Paige and Ashley, back to you.
Thank you, Sarah. According to the Kernodle Center for Service Learning and Community Engagement, last school year, over 2,600 students completed over 127,000 service hours. Our Ashley Boley found an organization that examines not only ELN's participation in service and civic engagement, but also other colleges around the state.
You may drive right by it on your way to the tennis courts. A quaint white house with a gravel parking lot nested away from all the usual brick buildings and pathways. But this isn't a home to students. It's the home to Campus Compact, a national organization that unifies college students and staff in promoting volunteerism.
Our mission is to help higher education return to their public purposes is the way that we talk about it. So what that means is civic engagement, service learning, connecting with the community, and helping students become citizens.
This organization is available in 34 states, but North Carolina's Compact was founded by President Leo Lambert in 2003 and works with 34 other colleges across the state.
We're there to also help them become citizens and help the local community be better by using our resources.
By partnering with the Kernodle Center, Campus Compact is the bridge between faculty and students.
We actually are doing something in the community that improves the community.
And some resources include providing grants, training sessions on how to be an engaged citizen, and conferences held on NC Compact campuses throughout the school year for students and faculty to discuss service learning.
So our goal really is to help the campus be the best they can be in this area.
While North Carolina Campus Compact is not physically going out and doing the service, Garvin says she still feels like she's helping others. Ashley Boley, ELN Morning.
And while Campus Compact has been helping the ELN community for the last 15 years, we found one professor who has been lifting the community for the last 28. Our Mackenzie Murray met one retiring professor who worked on more than just her research while teaching at ELN.
From perfecting scholarly articles to perfecting her student papers, Dr. Anne Boleyn is a versatile anthropology professor nearing the end of her 28 years at ELN.
I've started by thinking of retirement as really graduation and not retirement. Because the word like retiring means you're sort of sitting back and you're not engaged. And I see myself as being very engaged.
Not only is Boleyn engaged through her teaching and her anthropological research in transgender studies, she is also an avid bodybuilder, a hobby that was sparked by her initial research interest.
We've got people that are resisting notions of ideal, quote, femininity or emphasized feminine bodies, and I love them. Wow, I've got to study this.
She studied this through participant observation, which is defined by Merriam-Webster Dictionary as a research technique in which anthropologists gain entrance into a foreign culture in order to attain an understanding of the internal structure of the society.
By the experience and the visceral experience of knowing what it feels like to get on a stage when you are dieted, dehydrated, and extremely tired, but extremely on and ready and anxious and excited, that would give me incredible insights.
Although she has fully immersed herself in the bodybuilding community, Boleyn says she has found no greater community than the one at ELN University.
I will always stay affiliated with ELN as my home, as my identity as an anthropologist as well.
Mackenzie Murray, ELN Morning.
And retirement does not mean relaxation for Boleyn. She plans to travel, continue teaching winter term courses at ELN, write more articles, and of course, join at least one more bodybuilding competition.
Coming up later in the show, our Paul LeBlanc has gone bananas in this week's College Cooking. See his creation after the break.
And we learned about one teacher's hobby that you wouldn't want to miss. Stay tuned.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
So what you want to do is, have you already enrolled? You're doing fine. What did that just do? Select the drop-down menu again. So you're already enrolled. Example here, so don't panic. You're ready to make your payment. Submit. There it is. Oh my God! I really can't believe it. That's awesome. Good for you.
Welcome back to ELN Morning. The days of summer camp might be over, but that doesn't mean you still can't have all the fun food that goes along with it. Our Paul LeBlanc has some more with this week's College Cooking.
Good morning and welcome to this week's College Cooking. I'm Paul LeBlanc. Today we've got something really easy to cook. We're doing grilled banana s'mores. And now it's no secret that I'm not a good cook. This one is just as quick as it is easy to cook. So what we have, all you need is a banana, a couple marshmallows, some chocolate syrup, and some graham crackers.
First step is to slice the banana right down the middle. Next, pour some brown sugar or cinnamon sugar. Simply put the banana as is in a pan on the stove and wait for 5 minutes. After that time, simply take the banana out of its peel and cut it into 1/4-inch slices. Now comes the fun part. If you're indoors, put the marshmallow on the end of a fork. If you don't have access to a campfire, hold the marshmallow over the stove on high until it turns golden brown. With all of the pieces ready to go, all you have to do now is put it together.
Okay, here's the final product. It didn't take any more than 10 minutes to make, and it tastes pretty good too.
Well, that looks super good. I think we should have given him an apron. It looked like it was dripping.
Yeah, a little messy maybe.
Don't worry, if you missed anything, check out ELNlocalnews.com after the show for the full recipe.
And with what's trending on the internet this morning is our Jackie Pascal in the Social Corner. Jackie, what's happening in the Twitterverse?
Thanks, Paige. With your hashtag highlights, Twitter's focus today has been on the Baltimore uprising and crossover week. Over the past several days, hashtag Baltimore riots has reached over 300,000 tweets. But just in the past couple of hours, hashtag crossover week has been tweeted over 65,000 times. Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and Law and Order Special Victims Unit has crossed paths through their main character by kidnapping her and murdering her over state lines. Fans of all three shows have been tweeting nonstop since the episode aired last night at 10. A tweet from AAFE Gleek said she was still reeling from last night and that she is not okay. Another tweet from Lidstead Fan 101 says she is still not okay with this. And spoiler alert, all of these tweets have hashtag rest in peace Nadia. You can find the entire episode breakdown on Entertainment Weekly. Check back later in the show for more social media updates for the NFL draft and other sports news.
While we all know our professors do more than just teach, do we really know what they do on the weekends or after class? Our Sarah Russell found a teacher who uses a different kind of medium for his art.
In economics professor Jim Barber's workshop, you'll hear two sounds: his radio playing classical music and his wood chipping.
I love to watch the wood transform into something that was in there all the time, but I'm the only one that saw it.
Barber has been crafting and working with wood ever since he could remember.
As far as I was concerned, furniture was something that came out of Dad's shop, not something that came out of a furniture store.
And now Barber has taken his family skill of crafting and has made it a side business.
If I didn't get rid of the things I made, every square inch of everything we owned would be covered up 9 feet deep with things that I've made out of wood.
After talking to Barber, you can see his passion when he talks about his tools.
It's principally a place where we work on a lathe. This is a lathe, right? And basically what it does is it takes pieces and spins them around, and then you cut away what you don't want.
Barber says working with his hands and transforming the wood is the best part of his job.
There's a very satisfying sort of a hum as the wood comes off and flies through the air and leaves behind a good smooth surface in a shape that you were intending to create. And there's great satisfaction in that.
Barber is planning on retiring next spring and looks forward to being in his shop full-time. Sarah Russell, ELN Morning.
Stay tuned because after the break, we have a new game that is sure to make you LOL.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Hey, Mom. I got the job.
You've got the job. Welcome aboard.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Donate to Goodwill. Help provide job training in your community.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to ELN Morning. Today is a big day for football. ELN reporter and and host of One-on-One Sports, Preston Willett, and also my former co-anchor is in the studio to tell us more. Good morning, Preston.
Good morning,
So
Ashley.
you know more about this than I do, but I think I know more about emojis than you do.
Okay,
So.
well, we'll see. The NFL draft begins tonight at 8 p.m. in Chicago, the Windy City. In case you're not a sports fan like me, the NFL draft is a 3-day event where college football's best junior and seniors are selected in a 7-round draft to find out their NFL futures. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers hold the #1 overall pick in this year's draft. Some of the big names this year to look out for are quarterback Jameis Winston from Florida State, Leonard Williams, a defensive end from the University of Southern California, and last year's Heisman Trophy winner Marcus Mariota, a quarterback from the University of Oregon.
All right, so before we let you go.
Thanks, Preston. Now, before we introduce you to the game that we are going to play, we're going to check in with our Jackie Pascal in the Social Center to see what's trending in the sports world this draft day. Jackie?
Hello again, and welcome to football season. With new players being added to teams, the competition is heating up. Hashtag NFL Draft has been moving up the trending ladder and is over 40,000 tweets now. Tampa Bay Buccaneers is a team to watch as it is the #1 draft pick right now. They will be listening to trade offers right up until the first pick, and rumors have been flying around about the team trading up for one of the top picks, Pitt tackle TJ Clemmings. There's also been debate over Florida State quarterback Jameis Winston. He had a sexual assault charge, but he was never found guilty of it, but it is causing teams to do a thorough background check before recruiting him. He would perfectly fit with the Buccaneers since they really need a quarterback. Tampa news source Tampa Live tweeted about the Buccaneers eyeing Winston, and they hope that he'll clean up his act. Marcus Mariota is another top player that is up for grabs, and the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns are really wanting him. He's another quarterback that packs a lot of speed, and he makes some difficult passes under pressure. The Eagles really want him, and they said that they'll trade their QB, Sam Bradford, for him. So stay up to date on all of our NFL draft picks and the trades and everything that is going on by following at ELN Local News and at ELN Sports on Twitter. I'm Jackie Pascal. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jackie. Now it is time to introduce our brand new Emoji Game. The rules are simple. In honor of the draft, we picked out some of the funniest and craziest NFL fans. And then Ashley and Preston will give us their emojis for each picture for what they associate to, what you think the emoji fits best with the picture. And then I get to pick the winner, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And I have these great cutouts of Preston and Ashley to pick the winner, which will be fun. I know. All right, we're going to start the first one. So what emoji do you have for this Giants fan? Do we have the picture?
Let's see. I think I know which one this is.
Yeah. Do we know beforehand? Oh.
Wow, what a beautiful Giants fan. Would you like
a sneak peek.
Well, I think my emoji for all of sports is this.
Yeah,
I'm a little inept athletically, but like I said, I think I know more about the emojis, you know more about the sports.
What's your emoji for the morning show, Preston? We'll play a new game. I'll make one up for us.
I mean,
we get up when the moon is.
We get up when the moon
this is the moon. And
that is
the
about
creepiest
that
emoji.
time.
There's nothing weird.
Well, honestly, if you can't get the picture of the Giants fan, like this is
basically
what he looks like. He's painted this color on the screen. It's
pretty great.
Yeah, you know, some people take face painting a little too far sometimes.
Yeah, well, we're going to try and get that picture up. I'm a little sad that
I know.
I
think we're having some technical difficulties with everything.
We will try and come back. Next, we're going to move on. We are going to check out. What are we checking out? We're going to, you know what? We're going to check it out after the break. We'll be right back.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
All right, I know this isn't any fun to talk about, but we should. Okay, so who's gonna do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice.
And I'll try to get the generator going without any gas.
Oh, let's not forget the cell phones, which probably won't work.
Right.
And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
Well, I think we couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information. Get caught buzzed driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom.
It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Now, as the year comes to a close, so do the seasons for most athletes. Joining us today from the men's tennis team is senior Jordan Kaufman. So how are you, Jordan, today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me here. I appreciate
Yeah, thanks
it.
for waking up with us. Yes, exactly. So how has the season been going for you guys?
Well, the season's officially over now for us. So 2 weeks ago, I played my last tennis match. So it's disappointing, but it was a really good year. It was a different experience being in the new conference, playing different teams. But it was a lot of fun, and I felt I really got to grow as a tennis player. So.
And this was your last season, but it's something like 6 seniors.
Yeah,
are
we have
graduating?
6 seniors
Wow.
going.
Wow,
So,
what does that mean for the team? Where are you guys moving from?
Well, it's
from here.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a whole different team. That's what it means.
Crazy.
We're going to have to recruit a lot of new guys, but my coach has done a great job in the past, and I think he'll be ready to do it. It'll be interesting to see the new guys and all the new guys that come in. So.
And have most of the seniors played all 4 years, or is it?
Yeah, I would say 4 out of the 6 played all 4 years. There was one who came mid-year, freshman year, and then one who actually came sophomore year, who ended up being a big part of the team.
You guys have been together for a long time.
Yeah, we've all been together for a long time.
Yeah.
Through all the ups and downs, we've been together. So.
Right, not only is it 4 years, but like it takes a lot of hours just out of every day. Do you have any specific memories that stand out of you all that time with that team?
Yeah, definitely. I would say probably last year was my best moment. It was when we won the conference tournament. We were working for that for so long. My sophomore year, we got to the finals, lost in the conference tournament finals on our home courts. Devastating. And then the next year we came back and actually won it. And Stefan Fortman, who won Player of the Year this year, he clinched the final point. And when he finally won it, we went up and we were going to go run and jump on him, give him a hug. But he starts running around. So we're chasing him around, looking like we don't know what we're doing, running around, chasing him. We finally got him, jumped on him. And then, no, it was a great moment that would be able to win that and then go on to NCAAs. So that was an awesome experience.
And I think you're talking about some great moments. I think we have a video of some other great moments, so let's take a look.
Awesome.
Okay, and now we're here. That is so funny.
Yeah, so we finally did it. So.
Oh,
That
is
so
so
funny.
much
Yeah,
fun.
I see the running around that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
what
funny.
is next? Are you going to continue playing tennis? Like what's next?
Well, my roommate last year, my buddy Cameron Silverman, he's currently playing on the tour right now, having a good time.
Wow.
But fortunately, I will be hanging up the sticks due to a couple reasons, injuries and just ready to move on to the next chapter of my life. But tennis will always be something I have. I'll always play it, always play with people, whether it's friends, maybe even clients I'm trying to charm.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Use the talent for something.
Exactly.
It's a social sport. It
Yeah,
is,
of course.
yeah.
You play with anyone, and I'll have it the rest of my life. So.
Great. Well, we'll have to play with you one day.
I am the worst tennis player on earth.
Yeah.
So.
My rate's a little high, but I can always give a discount.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
Now, but being an athlete in college is just an astronomical commitment.
Yeah.
How was that managing all of that 4 years? Did you take you a
actually,
long time to figure it out?
When you first come here, it takes a little bit to learn the process, but it actually kept things in perspective for me. When I don't do anything, I get really lazy and very unproductive. So knowing that after practice and after weights, you have homework or you have work you got to get done, you have to plan everything accordingly. So I think it did a good job of preparing me and getting me ready. So.
Well, we're glad you now had time to come on the morning show.
Thank you so much for
Thanks
coming
for
on.
having me.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that
it.
was great. Well, thank you so much for watching ELN Morning.
And now remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at ELN Morning.
Have a great day, you all.